Hello guys and welcome to C Programming Tutorials by Amul's Academy. In the previous tutorial we discussed about how to write our first program, that is printing hello world on the screen, and we saved that file in the desktop. Here we can see our file name is first and it is a C file. If I open this, here we can see our hello world program. And today in this tutorial we are discussing about how to run this program in Windows. Well, in the previous tutorial we discussed about the tools which are required to run the programs in our system. That is, we need a text editor to write our program. And here you have many choices like Notepad, Notepad++ or WordPad in Windows. Or in Linux system you can use gedit or any other editor. In the previous tutorial we used Notepad to write our program. And the second very important tool is compiler. That is, C is an compiled middle level language, so we need to convert our middle level language to machine code. For that we need compiler. So before going to execute the program we need to download and install the compiler. And here we are using mingw compiler suite. Here mingw includes GNU compiler collection, that is GCC. It contains C, C++, ADA, Fortran compilers, as well as it contains assembler, linker. So first we need to download this mingw compiler suite. Next we need to install that. After that we can execute our first program. So first let's begin with the downloading mingw compiler. Okay, to download mingw compiler suite, first step is to open up any browser. And in the address bar type mingw.org. This is the official site of mingw compiler suite, and press enter. And this will redirect us to the mingw page, and here we can see all the information about the mingw compiler suite. And at the left top we can see download installer option, and just click on that. This will redirect us to the sourceforge.net, from where we are downloading our compiler suite. And download starts in few minutes. And here we can see the pop-up message, download mingw get set up. Click on the save button and download will start. And now we are done with the downloading process, and here we can see the message, thank you for downloading. Now just close this window. Okay, now to install the mingw compiler suite, go to downloads, and here we can see mingw setup file. Double click on that and it will ask whether you want to run this software. Click on the run button. This is about the copyright and license, and click on the install. Here we can see the installation directory. If you want you can change this. By default it is C mingw, or else go to continue, and it will start to download the mingw installation manager. And this is the second step. First step is to download the mingw compiler suite, and the second step is to download the mingw installation manager, and it will take some time. Once the continue button is enabled, we can go for the further installation process. Okay, now we can see this continue button is enabled. Click on that, and here we can see the different packages. As I said, mingw is a compiler suite which contains compiler for ADA, Fortran, C++, C and Object-C. If you click on that, in the bottom we can see the explanation for that. and here we need a C compiler. So I'll click on this mingw32 base, and this contains basic mingw installation, that is it includes C compiler. So I want to download this package, so I'll click on this button and mark for installation. Okay, now we can see it is marked. And next step is go to installation and apply changes, and it will ask whether okay to proceed. Give apply, and it will start to download the marked package. It will take few minutes. I won't show you all the downloading process. I'll skip this. Okay, once the packet download is done, we can see this window, and here we can see the close button right in the left side. If it is enabled, then we can close this. Now it is enabled, so here we can see all changes were applied successfully. You may now close this dialog. So I'll go to the close button and I'll close this window, and close this window also. Close this. Okay, now we are done with the installation. Next step is go to C directory, and here we can see mingw folder, and in that we can see bin, and here we can see all the files. And now we need to copy this path. I'll right click and go to properties. Here we can see system, or you can go control panel, system and security and system. Here I'll select advanced system setting, in that environment variables, and here we can see system variables, in that select path and edit, and here we can see path new, and here paste that path C mingw bin, right? Okay, and click OK. Okay, close and close. Okay, now we are done with the installation part. Next step is we need to run our program, that is hello world program, which we wrote in the previous tutorial, and this is the third step. Okay, first step is writing our program, that is we wrote our first program, that is hello world, and we used notepad for that, and we saved that file in the desktop. And the second step is we downloaded and installed a compiler suite, that is mingw compiler suite. And the third step is we want to run our program, that is hello world program. For that we'll use command prompt. Okay, so here right click on that, and here we can see command prompt. Okay, so first thing is we need to check whether the compiler is installed properly or not. For that I'll type gcc and enter. If you get this message, that is fatal error, no input files, then everything is fine. Okay, next step is we want to compile our program. That is we wrote our program in the middle level language, that is C language, right? So we want to convert that to machine code. For that we need a compiler. So after writing the program we need to compile that. Okay, so to compile the program we'll use gcc space and file name. But before going to the compilation process, we saved our file in the desktop, right? So we need to change our directory to desktop. Here we are in C, user and Amulya. Now we want to change our directory to desktop. For that we'll use cd command. So cd desktop, and be careful about the lowercase and uppercase letter, and enter. Now we are in the desktop directory. Okay, now we can compile our program. So for that we'll use gcc space file name, that is first in our case, so first dot c. Okay, gcc space file name, that is first dot c. Enter. Here you didn't get any message, right? So that means compilation is done, no error is found. And in the desktop here we can see a file called A, right? This is the executable file. After the compilation process, it will give an executable file. If we want to see, here we go to the properties. Here we can see it is an exe file, that is executable file. So now if we double click on this, it will flash and go, right? So we can't see the output properly. So here if I enter the name of the file, that is A, here we can see the output, that is hello world. We wrote the program to print hello world message on the screen, right? Here we can see the hello world message. And instead of A, you can type a.exe also. You'll get the same output. Next thing is you can give name to this executable file, that is while compilation gcc first dot c, next -o, and I'll give my executable file name as first c. Okay, so first firstc dot exe. So my executable file name will be firstc.exe. Okay, enter. And here in the desktop we can see the first C file, right? This is our executable file. Now I can do first C and enter. Sorry. Now we can give first C, firstc, enter. And here we can see the hello world message. Here -o tells that the next word is the name of the executable file, right? Okay, this is about the writing the C program, downloading and installing a compiler suite, and running our program in the command prompt. And this is the one way to write and run the C program. In the next tutorial we'll discuss another way, that is using IDE, how to write and run the C program. Alright, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. I'll meet you in next class. Till then, take care.